It was a great turnout. Thank you so much for being here today. I know District 5 is very excited to have you all here. They've been working very hard on this with our partners in this city and, with appreciation to our voters. Thank you for being here. We have Mayor Mike Johnston. He'll be speaking in just a moment. We also have Councilwoman Gilmore, representatives from Council Lewis's office. She sends her regrets. Unfortunately, she's traveling and unable to attend. We have Jeff Holliday from the Department of Safety, Chief Ron Thomas, and then the commander of this district, Marion Penn. But first, we'll start with the mayor.
Well, thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here to get to be the first opening act of the folks that have done the hard work to make this possible. I want to say a huge thank you, obviously, to the voters of Denver who helped approve the funding for this measure in 2017, and for the leadership of Councilwoman Gilmore, who's been working on this for many years, of Mayor Hancock and the previous administration, who worked very hard to make this a reality. Today is a great step forward, both not just in terms of a new facility and new expansion, but also the chance to consolidate all of our 911 call centers right here, so we know that we have the people right here that anytime anyone anywhere in the city is in a moment of most significant crisis, they pick up the phone, there'll be someone in this building right behind them who can answer and make sure they connect them to the services that they need. And we love the ability to have these services right here in far northeast Denver. Great opportunity for us to diversify and recruit community leaders who see themselves as officers and as serving the public long term, to be able to know they can come right down the street, right down the block, to a place where they can serve their neighbors and serve the whole city. Fantastic step forward today. Huge thank you to voters. Huge thank you to our previous administration. And most of all, I'm just the opening act for the woman who's done the most work to make this actually happen, which is your Councilwoman Stacey Gilmore. So I want to introduce her.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, thank you very much, Mayor Johnston, and welcome to Montbello, folks. We are excited. Yeah. I think that does garner a round of applause. Would like to say good afternoon to you, and we are very excited to finally have this center right here in Montbello. It's inclusive of our 911 call center, and we're also going to have the District 5 police who are stationed out here as well. And we know that it's paramount for our neighborhood's security and safety, but for all of Denver's security and safety, that we are moving into the 21st century around how we address the needs of our community. And that means that we have the proper accommodations for our 911 call center facility and our police, so that they can go out and serve the community in the best way possible. And we have worked incredibly hard as a community to come together, because this was part of a bond package. And so I must say a sincere thank you to the citizens and voters of Denver, because you made this happen. You voted affirmatively for that bond proposal for us to have this brand new facility to provide better service to you. And many of us know that in far northeast Denver, we are experiencing a population surge. For many, many years, the area has been economically deflated for a variety of different reasons. And I have to really say, over the last 10 years, we have bonded together as a community and made sure that we're going to advocate for our neighborhoods, that we're going to share our history and the struggles that we've gone through, but that we're also coordinated and united in making sure that we're going to get everything that we deserve out here in the far northeast. We are, for sure. And I want to definitely recognize Mayor Johnston and the work of him and his administration. And then, Chief Thomas, he used to be our commander for District 5. And so we got to know Chief Thomas a little bit during that time. And I have to say that it was a unique experience, because Chief Thomas really listens to community. He might not say a lot, but you know that he's taken it all in. And I have to appreciate that, because he's listening and he wants to do better, and he wants to build up that important community trust that is so vital between our departments of safety and our community. And especially our communities of color, where for decades we haven't necessarily had that trust. And so want to say a huge thank you to Chief Thomas and then also Commander Penn, who lives right out here in District 11. He's always a phone call or a text message away to help us make sure we're addressing our needs. And then to all of the uniformed officers who are here standing behind me. You know, it's not an easy gig at all. It's never been an easy gig to be a cop. But now we know that it's doubly hard and that societal issues are always at the forefront. And every single day they go out and they do the best job that they possibly can. And I want us to give a round of applause for all of our uniformed officers. I also want to recognize and thank our Department of Transportation and Infrastructure and our Department of Finance. I see some of the folks there, you know, after the pandemic, the cost escalations for construction projects were off the charts. And so I know that they had to work very hard to get this project across the finish line, and we want to thank them for that work. And thank you to all of the community members who are also out here. We have a lot. We have got our front row of community members here that are longtime members that really care so deeply about the community. And as I look out, we've got folks from the Boys and Girls Club and different organizations as well. And so thank you for being here today, and we look forward to the tour inside to check it out a little bit more. And I believe I'm going to hand it off to Chief Thomas. And so thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And remember, she said that I don't say a whole lot. Anyway, this is an incredibly exciting day. I mean, for not just for me, but for DPD, for this city, for this community. You know, just earlier today, we graduated 47 officers from our academy, and a large number of those, thank you, a large number of those officers are actually coming out here and to serve this community here in District 5. So, as Councilwoman said, this was actually my first home. My first home as I began my leadership career here in DPD, and this day has been a long time coming. So I'm thankful that it's here. I remember the District 5 community as being very vibrant, a very active community. Glad to see so many friends. I see Miss Ann, I see Miss Cooks. I think I see Miss Ford in the background, Miss Garrett. Thank you all for coming. It's great to see you. It's great to share this day with you. I believe this new space with its open, community area, I think this is really a gift to this community. And even though the officers are going to get in their cars and they're going to be deployed to their district so that they can provide a service to you, I really think that the amenities that are going to be available to these officers inside of this building is really going to be an honor to their sacrifice, because I really do think that they sacrifice themselves every day for the service of this community. So I want to give those officers a round of applause too. So all in all, we as a law enforcement agency, we're here for the people who make up the far northeast Denver, and this station, I think, furthers that mission. I want to thank Denver 911 for sharing this space with us, and all of those who helped us make this day possible. Thank you.
And now we'll have Jeff Holliday, Chief of Staff, come up, please.
Good afternoon. I won't be very long because I think everything that could be said has already been said, and I can tell by the looks on folks' face that it's getting a little bit cold out here, and it's much warmer in the building on the tour. Let me just extend Director Saldate's heartfelt apologies for not being able to be here. For all of these years from COVID forward, somehow he's managed to avoid contracting COVID, and it finally caught up to him. So he wasn't able to join us today. But he did want me to pass on his gratitude to the community for your hard work in making this happen, to Councilwoman Gilmore, Mayor Johnston, former Mayor Hancock, and just a few others. Our friends over at the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, the Elevate Denver Bond Team, Handprint Architecture, W.E. O'Neill, and many others who helped bring this to fruition. This is a much needed resource for District 5, for our officers and our staff that will be working out of here. And we look forward to this office serving as a beacon of support for this community. Thank you very much.
And now we'll bring up Commander Penn.
I will be even shorter because Ms. Neal told me I better be, because it is cold out here. Thank you all for coming out. We really appreciate it. When I came on the job in 1992, my first ride along was in District 5. I wouldn't call it a district. It was actually a room in the basement of the fire station at 48th and Himalayan. And so I'll be honest, I am blessed to leave from that facility as a recruit to be now commanding and opening this facility. So this is definitely a great day for me. I have to mention, there were several people who were involved, the construction crew, the design crew, but there are 3 people that was in this thing from the beginning, during the Zoom meetings, during COVID. So I just want to mention those guys and have them just give you a wave. Lieutenant Kevin Hines, is he back there? He was here from the beginning, so I want to definitely give him some praise. Also, Lieutenant Dan Dunn, if he's back. Give me. And the one person that kept us all honest. Susan, can you come up here, please? This is the person that kept us all honest, so I really want to say thank you. And with that, again, thanks for all you guys being here. We really appreciate it, and let's get this thing going. All right.